children, come.
Kachin, still number one
You
though.
arrived at just
And
the
Kokomi.
right moment. I've been looking for you.
Thanks, Madam Ping.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A house, please.
A gift? For Paimon?
Of course, she's number one. Kaching is the number one girl. She was my first 5-star. I got her for my first ever banner. I've had her literally throughout the entire game. Although Kokomi is close as well, though. I love Kokomi.
You are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it.
I decline.
When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wild.
Yeah, she gave me a house.
That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you.
Yeah, I need to get to Atsumi Island.
Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy.
What's a subspace creation?
Oh!
It's like a throne
did
world.
My friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis. Part of our illumination, if you will. I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation.
Tell you what, I'm gonna end up. I need to start drawing some characters from this game. I feel like I want to make some fan art.
The teapot that you entered previously was a little trick.
I'd love to draw a little fan art of Sayu or Kachin. Kokomi, definitely. I need to draw some fan art. Draw a bit of chibi versions of a trinket, you say?
So, in the eyes of
Teapot
an
is a lot of
creating a
work.
magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast
Would be
of.
nice. I love
One
my
such as
drawing. I do.
myself must
I need to do
depart
more
from
drawing
this realm to
streams,
create
definitely.
A world of one's own.
I just need
Rex
to find the right
Lapis,
time to
on
do
the
so.
other hand, moved mountains and seas.
I'll finish my
That
art
is what
project I'm
one
doing
might
now,
call
then I'll
an
start
exercise of true
doing some
power.
more drawing streams, I reckon.
But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials.
What are
to
the
add
missing
finishing
materials?
touch.
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. I have already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of
And
them
what are those?
very rare
if
indeed
I might
these
ask.
days. Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh.
Find us.
Back in the day, it could only be found where the glazed lilies thrived most profusely. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies, and if you were lucky enough, you just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there. But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today. Even more difficult to find is Smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm.
Oh God.
Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped the mines all but completely bare of
Pepper
it.
Noel on.
In any case, Smaragdus jadeite is an Adepti treasure, and the Adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Extended contact with it is, in fact, harmful to humans.
Oh dear.
Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding
Who's
these
this
items.
child without an E? Child without an E.
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
Yes. I suppose she does count as an Adeptus.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. to an Adeptus and never even
Just
knew
because
it.
of this quest, she's number 2.
Maybe so.
Kachin's number
You
2?
could say. A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
I'm back, Granny. Oh,
Oh,
I don't believe we've met.
Ah, allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yanfei. She's the one helping run some
Oh,
errands for
Jesus
me.
Christ. I literally just got her yesterday. I was wondering when I'd run into her. There she is.
Yanfei, I believe you already heard of the traveler and his traveling companion.
Oh, I got you yesterday,
Of course,
girl.
Who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records.
Oh,
You became one of Liua's most wanted after the Millilith
I love it
marked
when
you
it
as a
happens in the
suspect
game.
following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui. Before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and
You were
subsequently
there.
being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chiseng. What a shame.
ah.
A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't
Ugh.
say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you.
Oh, I like her. She's fun.
Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yanfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me.
She's a lawyer.
Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
All right, Yanfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment. You'll have to
I'm like her
excuse
already.
Yanfei. She's always been like this. Ever the talkative one when it comes to her own
Are you
affairs.
really an Adeptus?
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway.
Old man.
He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Okay.
That's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Leo at Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except
Quite fun.
for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't
Ugh.
find any at all. The chasm's been sealed off, and there's just no way in. Couldn't secure any documentation either. Looks like the Ministry of Civil Affairs is serious about keeping it strictly locked down.
Is that so?
Hold up 1 second.
But Smaragdus Jadeite is really rather essential.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my god. I'm just look at the bloody Smite update. There it is. Transformers the Smite. Starscream Jinwei. Oh god. Megatron Ra. What's Prime Gab? No Bumblebee or anything? Oh my god. Fucking... That's insane.
Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some other
God.
way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm
May
is
have to go and
definitely a no-go.
Smite
but
again
there's still
just
a
to get the
chance we can
Jinwei
figure out some
skin.
alternative means of procurement.
Jinwei Starscream. Oh
Hold on a
god.
moment. Let me have a look.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind
But
of things do you write in
Focus
there?
on this right now.
Commercial consultancy. Or Snezhnaya. Found him. Crossel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with rare ores. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya. So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus jadeite, or might have an idea of where we can find some.
We'll come with you.
Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Wow.
Oh, I love Jeopardy.
An Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. Well, that's a first for sure. Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with her.
Alright, where are we going? Oh, I don't know. Okay. So I guess a glazed lily. Slug flowers. Oh, it's nice I met Yanfei. Even though I literally got her yesterday, but that's nice. Oh, nice trench coat on him.
Hello, Mr. Crossel. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you
were
mentioned
surprised
that you
too,
were
were
looking
you?
to source some Smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, in the end I did acquire a small piece of Smaragdus jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize, I've already rented them out to a lady named Zhiqiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhiqiao before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Ms. Zhiqiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
No, I'm bigotry
Guaranteed
there.
genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
She's got like marks on her hand and everything. Look like scales.
Of course. This way, both the client and I
And a
have the
side for that.
assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Miss Zhiqiao lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of
Where's Dapper?
course.
There you go.
She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Thanks a lot,
Cheers,
Mr.
mate.
Crossel. We'll be off now.
Don't notice that? I noticed it before. She got like little fins on her hand. And if I look to her side, but there, like just below, sort of the dressing, but there, she got like those little three little scales, or whatever the hell that is. Tattoos? She's too young for tattoos. How old is this? How old are all these characters actually? You don't know, some of these characters could be thousands of years old. Like bloody Zhongli is 3,700 years old. No, he's 6,000 years old. Sorry. Coaching, I don't know how old these characters are. Is where I'm going? Up here, is that? Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, what? I gotta go up this way.
Are you buying or not?
Kokomi! Here we are.
Whatever shall I do?
Me, are you Miss Chow?
Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him. My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins. I can't lend them to you right now.
Oh, you klutz.
I've lost them.
You stupid
I
bitch.
don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice.
Why did you need them in the first place?
My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off. We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices. That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me. But now that I've lost the hairpins, what will I do?
Well, don't worry, you're fucked.
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of deja vu?
Maybe because it's part where she says we can help.
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Miss
Smile,
Chow,
Yanfei.
would you let me have a look at the rental contract you signed?
Huh? Well,
Pirate affiliate
sure,
status
I have it right
is
here.
major step on the path
Here
to
you
Twitch
are.
partnership. Doghype.com.
That's
Seen that
right.
post before like
Yanfei
that.
said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Juqiao somehow.
That would be a little unfair to
Though
Crossley.
surely there must be a win-win solution.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you
Oh,
must
cool.
pay Mr.
Squid Game
Crossell the
pop
original
figures.
value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of Smaragdus jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
Even higher? Oh no.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Uh-oh. Juqiao looks like she's about to faint.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out if the jadeite is genuine or not? Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those hairpins.
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the jadeite is genuine, would there?
Seems right.
Please. Please, don't trouble yourselves over this. The fact is, I lost the item and I should pay compensation per the contract.
Such a huge sum of money, though.
However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our contracts.
Okay, do what you
Now
want to
that it's
do.
come
Won't
to
help
this,
at all.
I really shouldn't keep Crossell in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him of the issue and then negotiate the amount of compensation.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins. So hold on a moment, Monsieur Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did you feel?
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were perfectly smooth to the touch, like the finest quality jade. My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
Smooth to the touch. Finest quality
Is some
jade.
of the matter, Yanfei?
No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr. Crossell's.
Something doesn't seem right. Something smells fishy. Oh, Mr. Crossell. If your magnificent trench coat.
Miss
I want a trench
Yanfei,
coat.
you've returned. With Miss Zhiqiao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins?
Lawyers,
Trust
am I
you're
right?
quite satisfied with them?
About that.
Lionel Hutz, attorney at law. Could you imagine a world without lawyers? Oh. Oh man. The story of the loss of hairpins.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ah, my eye.
Truly, I
Ah,
am.
eyelash.
I'll pay the compensation as per our contract.
Ah.
Every last mora.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that Smaragdus jadeite? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes, and if I may just confirm again, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
I don't think so.
Of course! Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
Ooh.
Alright, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation. Please wait here, Mr. Crossell.
I don't think he's
Thank
telling
you
the
very
truth.
much. How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last mora that they're worth.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
I don't think she lost them by accident. I think they were stolen.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
The plot thickens. Find a convenient place. All the way over there. Leeway is indeed a beautiful place as well. I just want to get to Wanasumi Island. I need to start bloody getting the upgrade stuff for Kokomi. And meet that Kokomi as well over there. Oh yeah, as well. Forgot, I got to unlock the quest line as well. Story quest. I already done Diona's one. Well, one I did anyway. I'm going to do Noelle's next. Stop by playing from any completed narrative checkpoint.
I'll remind you again. The law can be both a help and a hindrance.
Okay. Well, you are almost there. Yeah. Almost there. Made in training. In accordance with your growing fame as an honorary knight, one of your junior knights of Fonus would like to receive your guidance. Ah, I get to train Noelle? Ah, that's cool. I gotta do that. After we do this quest though. I'm gonna be doing this quest line first. Then we'll see Noelle. Ah,
Miss
Dretch.
Yanfei, what is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
No.
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus jadeite after all.
I knew it. Oh, I knew it. Oh, clever.
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living.
Oh, great.
Let's just say I made some deductions.
Yes, I run thankless time consuming
I don't know if anyone
errands
told you this,
all the
but
time.
Smaragdus jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy. If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch. Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all, in fact.
Ooh.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossel's vicinity. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus Jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face!
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. Eventually, he would find some argument to compel
We need
us
to
to
prove
leave.
it.
And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus Jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this
A
world.
very vivid description.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at my disposal. I'll share them with you in due course.
Due course.
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this, perhaps you could help me, Miss Yanfei.
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, could I ask you to please sign this contract?
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even keep
If I
track.
had one more of every time I hear the word contract, yeah, but you know, it's left and right here in the way.
Feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain someone else we know.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything
Yes.
prior to now has
Amber,
just been
she's
pro
talking
bono
about.
advice. But for me to investigate any further, I require a written contract.
God, it seems like a lifetime
Any
ago I
work
was
commissioned
just
but not
flying
bound
around with
by a
Amber in
contract cannot be
Mondstadt.
relied upon.
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable hands if you will take it, Miss Yanfei.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page as well.
Fire looks so bewildered.
And I'll also need your
She looks so
signatures on
done
pages
with
5,
us.
7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
This contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of brain
Such
juice
an
again.
ordeal. Oh, yes, it
All
is.
right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Love
Well
it.
then, here's
I
your
love it.
copy of the contract.
Bloody
I
Paimon's
will
just...
retain the other copy.
God, she was just done with our conversation. She was. You need to do anything? I'm just sitting
Not
here.
for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve, once we've got some things squared away. I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
Miss Yanfei, I have to ask, why are you helping me?
Money.
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geoenergy around Mr. Crossel, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter, but either way, it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite. Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage,
Yeah,
I
on
won't
our hands
stand
right there.
for it. But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... where can we find someone who
Oh.
processes ore?
Stream's
Ah,
frozen.
I've got it.
Oh, there you
Let's
go.
pay a visit to Chateau,
Frozen
the
a bit.
boss of the Jade Mystery. He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore. If Mr. Crossel had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would
now.
undoubtedly have been his first choice.
Ah, this guy again. We had to take the free amber from him. Talk to shit.
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh, it's you, Miss Yanfei. Is something the matter? Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh, I swear on all that is sacred.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnine merchant named Crossel enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnayan merchant named Crossel, you say?
Crucial.
I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore, claiming that it was Smaragdus jadeite. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus jadeite or not. But if a customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work on it?
Debris?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so I kept a few loose shavings to study myself later. They're right over there, in fact.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
Alright, let's have a quick look at these. I shall observe.
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings.
Smaragdus nephrite?
Yes. It's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental energy whatsoever.
Is that so? Well, we might as well give elemental sight a shot. So, did you find anything?
No trace of elemental energy.
So they really are different.
Keep forgetting Sight's thing in this game.
How come Jichao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time.
I can shit tell them apart.
These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price. And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
Alright, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
But, never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossel...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
Go back to shit. There you go, shit. Mr. Shit.
Miss Yanfei? Might I be so bold as to inquire,
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossel did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus jadeite, did he not?
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here. It says quite clearly, 1 chunk Smaragdus jadeite, uncut.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Of course. But might I ask why you need them?
Oh, I have my reasons. Yes. Please sign here on this affidavit. This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossel brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see.
Very political now, very...
Forgive me for asking again, Miss Yanfei. But might I know the nature of the incident on this
Very
occasion?
formal, you know.
I wouldn't say there's been an incident, just a minor issue. Thank you, sir. I'll take these with me.
With this hard evidence to back us up, Crossel won't dare try to deny what he did.
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case. We need to find something a little more compelling. If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think.
Let's go to the book again.
Jewelry. Nope. Aha! Got it! Singxi. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a visit.
Well, that was quick. How come you
When
know
can I
so
talk to
many
Jailin
people?
again?
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws, are very important to us.
Here's those words again,
But the
contract.
amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. How can I put this? It just seems like they're hard to understand and impossible to finish. As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say that it's hard to understand and impossible to finish?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because I've memorized all the legal codices.
You memorized them?
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know?
Is this how Adepti becomes so adept at everything?
Oh, this has nothing to do with being an Adeptus. I just like reading things.
Again, with that casual tone.
I like
Well,
her.
that's it then. Let's go look for Singsi.
I'm glad I got her as well. Really fits into the quest for her. It does actually be walking around as her. Should be used to the word by now. It's used all the time in this game. Yeah, contracts. But he's young Lee didn't stop talking about it. Fucking hell. I suppose Yanfei will talk about it a lot more now. She will as well. She's all about contracts.
Jewelry's out of stock, but we have some.
It's the jeweler again.
Oh, Miss Yanfei, it's you. Has something happened? Did the client from last time...
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Has a merchant by the name of Crossel asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith recently?
Love the design as well. Love the hat she got on. It's really nice and
Yes,
cute.
I
It is.
remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? Yeah, he came to me with a chunk of something he called Smaragdus Jadeite.
Smaragdus
The design of the
Jadeite.
hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. Eventually, I found an older jewelsmith who made them exactly according to his specifications.
God.
This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently, which is why I remember it so well.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Singsi, I'd like for you to confirm for me
my
once
eye.
more. When
Again.
Mr. Crossel commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you that day was called Smaragdus Jadeite?
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Mr. Crossel wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf. I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself, the item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins.
Twin Phoenix
The inlaid
pins. That's
gemstone
cool.
is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document even has the official seal of the ministry on it.
Thank you, Singsi. Now, could you let me borrow this document?
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway. I take it then that there's been some more trouble?
Nothing you need to worry about, just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again.
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
Must be the nature of legal consultancy.
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr. Baiju.
Baiju?
The weirdo with the snake around his neck?
Oh, that
What
guy.
do you want to speak to him for?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jadeite is harmful to the human body.
Along with Chi
Once we
Chi.
have this final
Is
piece
Chi-Chi
of
there?
evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
Be nice to see Chi Chi again. Yep. My stamina bar is like twice the size now of what it usually was. That was good. That's good. Is Chi-Chi here? No. Aww. That is upsetting.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs.
Oh.
And if it isn't Miss Yanfei as well. Now that's
I'm disappointed.
What business brings you here, my
My disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined.
Peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt.
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Sorry, don't worry about it.
Smaragdus
It's not your fault
Jadeite.
Chi-Chi's not
Well,
there.
yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7
I've only met
Mountain
Chi-Chi the one
Treatises.
time during the quest, and I already love her. She was really cute, she
This
was.
substance springs forth from
Because she was like a zombie, she was.
and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in personality, and their illness will only ever get worse. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yanfei, and given the specific nature of your question, I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus Jadeite?
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. It's just a
Chitty,
simple
chat,
document. Won't
chat,
take
chat.
you a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus Jadeite recently. A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long ago. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yanfei, if your pressing business might be related to this Snezhnayan merchant?
You needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baiju. Thank you for penning us that document. I'll make sure to compensate you in due course.
You're too kind. Take care now.
My neck is hurting, my butt is hurting, and my ears are hurting from all this talking.
Guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon,
Dr.
or
Crossell.
does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
Is he going to be there, or has he already skipped town? I can't believe like how long this game is as well. Like story-wise, it's taking forever to do stuff. The amount of quests is insane in the game. I love it. Ooh, frames dropping really badly on stream.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure
No,
for
that's
the
fine.
amount payable.
Wonderful.
But it looks good.
Well then, please.
Maybe time for a
would you do
break?
the honors, Miss Yanfei.
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Maybe a little bit. I won't stream for too long today. Let's see, it's almost 7 o'clock now. Finish this quest line, then maybe fight something because I want to do some combat. It's time to bury him.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
I knew it. He was
Not at
flying the
all.
whole time.
According to my
Bastard.
investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus Jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus Nephrite.
Nephrite.
Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in Mora.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this. I spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus Jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Evidence.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, Please produce the evidence in question.
Boo Boo Pharmacy, Minshan Jewelry. Which one? Which one? Which one do I go for? Oh god. Do you know? Gelman? There's no time limit. God. Boo Boo Pharmacy. Nope.
If we want to determine whether the ore is genuine...
There you go.
If we want to determine...
Nope.
This is a
Never mind.
processing
Doesn't matter.
record from the Jade Mystery.
Doesn't matter. I
along
figured it
with
out.
stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Shit.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus Jadeite and Smaragdus Nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, Smaragdus Nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite. So I had him cut away the Nephrite, he returned the valuable Jadeite core to me, and some Nephrite samples remained in the store.
Yeah, I figured it out. I
What
figured
am
it
I
out.
missing exactly?
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence, aren't we?
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all. Seems like he came prepared.
What should we do next?
Hard evidence. Something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him, Traveler.
Minshan Jewelry.
This
There we go.
document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it?
Been a while,
This
has
is
it?
the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the
So
ore
obviously
inlaid on the
you're
pins is
mature in the
indeed
game than me.
Smaragdus Jadeite.
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy's getting more belligerent by the second.
Yeah, he's becoming a belligerent asshole.
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal after all.
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment
God, that was
now,
a close
because
up.
I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet.
That's a close up,
Traveler,
right?
would you do the honors?
Boo Boo Pharmacy.
This shall serve as decisive proof of our case.
What's this?
Smaragdus Jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with Smaragdus Jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a dramatic change of personality and fall seriously ill. Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of Smaragdus Jadeite?
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous item... I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Oh dear.
However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you posed. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
Oh dear.
What? Wait! I knew.
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of Smaragdus Jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No, The hairpins aren't actually
inlaid with genuine Smaragdus Jadeite? Is that what you were about to say?
Ah, I got him.
You do understand,
Tied a noose
Mr.
around his
Crossell,
neck.
that this means that you will have to pay Ms. Zerchow 10 times the original price and more? Mr. Crossell, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
You're ruined.
Yanfei's seriously intimidating right now. It's like she's a
Again,
different
that's legal
person.
consultancy for you.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was Smaragdus Nephrite. But I'm a victim in all of this too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small amount of Smaragdus Jadeite, in the hopes of turning it into a piece of jewelry that would fetch a fine price. But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I couldn't sleep a wink or eat a single bite. I was in a constant state of agitation, too.
Oh, boo-hoo. Pay the money,
I went to
bitch.
the pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. But how could I let all that money go to waste? That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus Nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from Smaragdus Jadeite. I kept the real Smaragdus Jadeite in a specially made box. I daren't touch it again. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off, Zhiqiao lost the hairpins after I rented them out to her.
So why did you charge Chow such an extortionate rental price?
Exactly! If they weren't the real deal, why'd you make her pay so much?
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus Jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much I could make off it. If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business would be over.
Alright, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora, and that is final.
10 times?
Crosel looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
Oh, wow.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus Jadeite.
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much, Mora. Even if the Smaragdus Jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not, I think I owe some compensation for that.
You stupid bitch!
Ms. Zhiqiao, you...
However, Mr. Crosel, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus Jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead? I'll consider us even.
What? But All right then. This cursed rock's brought me enough grief as it is.
Miss Yanfei, I'll turn this Smaragdus Jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as remuneration?
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go. But whatever. It'll do.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yanfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks more appropriately.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Now, if I may confirm this again, Mr. Chow, have you and Mr. Crosel come to an understanding?
Well, yes, I believe we have.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crosel, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
Is that so? That's good. That's good.
Actually, Mr. Crosel, I'd like to talk business for a second, if I may.
Oh, they're gonna
I
fuck.
can see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair stock of fine ores. If we could join forces, your jewelry designs and
there
our
you go.
choice ores, I think we could do some fine business between us.
I bet you could. Wink, wink.
Let me think for a moment.
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus Jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well that ends well, eh?
Yes, there were some twists and turns along the way.
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. But this time, you managed to solve the problem with just a big stack of documents. Even though the solution didn't involve actually finding the hairpins.
The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem. The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking high and low for some hairpins, proving that the rented item was nowhere near worth what the vendor had claimed it to be was the more efficient solution.
Can't say I've ever met an Adeptus like you before.
An Adeptus. Speaking of, you took part in that battle, didn't you? In which case, you would have heard what Granny said. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more than it needs adeptal powers?
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
I think there's more than just reasons involved here, Paimon.
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit. I bet she's been on tenterhooks for a while now.
Yeah, it's been a while. I tucked in it. My god. T-Bot to Call Home Part 1. You wanna like that Part 1? This is gonna take a while. Oh, hello, Madam Pine.
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find the
We were,
Smaragdus jadeite?
thanks to Yanfei.
Good, good. Then we have all the materials we need.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Bye, Yanfei.
Oh, you. All right then.
It's nice to have you for a bit, it
Go
was.
see to your business. Granny should be able to
Good when I
handle
get to
the
play
rest.
as you.
I'm off then. Bye. Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts too.
Ah, lovely.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teapot. Hmm?
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside Rex Lapis.
A truly unique Adeptus.
Indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti must also learn to change. Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the city among us all. Liyue is not the same place
Granny.
I once knew. All right then. Let us
Tired
speak
all
of
the time.
this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still owe you a little gift.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
And how long does it take?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all. Just wait here for a moment.
And Pim begins to extract the gift.
There
There
we
it is.
go. This Serenity pot is all yours now.
Lovely stuff.
Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen. Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more lively inside.
Thanks, Granny.
Wait a minute, Granny. How exactly are we supposed to use this teapot?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
Teapot. Which side? Oh, there's blueprint. Teapot blueprints there. Oh, I got one. A quaint fate. Place.
Sometimes the law's compatible with human
Enter the
nature, but
Serenity pot.
sometimes the two conflict. Balance.
Floating abode, Emerald Peak, Cool Isle. Ooh. Floating abode looks the best.
The two is a discipline in its own right.
Choose your home. I chose the floating abode. Look the prettiest.
Wow! This teapot seems even bigger inside than Madame Ping's! There's even a great big house in the middle,
Oh, it's
too.
my home now.
Huh. But there's just a whole load of nothing around it.
Get chiseling, Paimon. You could carve us a whole house out of this rock. Get chiseling, Paimon. Go dig a burrow to live in for now, I guess.
Hey! There's a perfectly good house right over there! Why should Paimon have to live in a hole in the ground?
Paimon, you're emergency food. You don't get to sleep in the bed. Sleep in a hole.
Still, why is it so empty here apart from that house?
There's a bird.
Oh, wait a
sitting on a thing. Okay. So this is my home. It's very pretty in here. That's not a bird. What the hell is that? It is a bird.
Well, it seems that we have a visitor.
It's a bird.
It's a huge finch!
So bad.
Excuse me, I am not
What's so bad?
a finch. I am a teapot spirit, and you may call me... hang on a moment. What am I supposed to be called again?
Emergency food.
Oh, call me. I suppose you may call
Tubby?
me Tubby.
Tubby. She only looked apart.
So you're
That's
the
so
little
rude.
helper
Wow.
Madam Ping mentioned? Madam Ping? Oh, you must mean Ping.
Teasing Paimon. She
Yes,
deserves it.
she
She's as
did
thick as
sell me
porridge.
here. She told me much about you. You may leave all matters regarding the upkeep of
I mean,
this
she's
realm
helped us
to
with the
me.
story, but you know, she's she's always hungry. She's always complaining and whining. You know,
Your journey may be far from over,
sounded like it though.
but at least this way, you will not want for a comfortable place to sleep each night.
So, what's a teapot spirit exactly?
Though it is the Adepti who create realms such as this, they generally do not have the time of day to attend to the banal matter of their maintenance. Thus, we teapot spirits were created to help guard their realms and manage their affairs. You may consider me a butler, if you will.
Oh, the Alfred to my
Now,
Batman.
allow me to explain this realm to you. Have you any blueprints on you? Specifically, blueprints with beautiful rooms, chairs, and the like. As long as
Well,
you
I
have
didn't
a
expect
blueprint,
us to have
you
a
can
house
refashion
sort
this
of
realm however
construction
you
thing in the
please.
game.
Blueprints? Oh, that's right! Granny handed us some when she gave us the teapot, didn't she? Let's take them out and have a look. Yes, these are the blueprints I'm talking about. Go on, open them up.
Okay, tubby,
Just
tubby,
commit
tubby.
the image of the objects to memory and prepare the necessary materials. Then simply
Materials.
release the thought from your mind and the object in the blueprint shall appear within this teapot. Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside, couldn't we? I doubt it. A golden-eyed Adeptus explained this to me at some point in the past. He said that even though subspace creation is a product of adeptal power, even that
More
has its
materials to
limits.
collect, more stuff to
This world is
collect,
not a true
More-
one, after all.
more errands to run
It
every
provides
day.
merely a moment of brief respite from the mortal realm, not a means of escaping it entirely.
Just a little respect.
Golden-eyed Adeptus? Paimon wonders who could that be? I hardly remember myself. What's more, I have never seen that Adeptus again
How
since.
very strange.
Well, let's not dwell on that. Have a look around. Best you get accustomed to this realm. If there's anything you would like to ask, just look for me.
Okay, tubby. Put a message. After using a summoning, travelers can interact with it and enter the abode within. Travelers can summon a pot while they are within. Can also use summon a pot while they are of a kind. Travelers leave it. Travelers direct on the map. Talk to the teapot spirit inside the Serenity Pot to learn more about manage. Yep. You can create all kinds of items from the creation screen. Materials used to create items can be gathered all over the world. After obtaining the furnishing,
I'll remind you again. The law can be both a help and a hindrance.
use a place function. Place it. Place furnishings to the adeptal energy rank of your Serenity Pot. As your adeptal increases, realm currency will accumulate at a faster rate. Oh. Spend realm currency in the realm depot to purchase various items. It's Animal Crossing. Once in a while, a teapot traveling salesman will visit your abode. Yep, it's Animal Crossing. There's a chance that he'll bring some rare treasures with him. It's Animal Crossing. They just wanted to make Animal Crossing in this game. Except, can I get villagers? Because I don't think I can get villagers here. If it's just me on my own, it'd be kind of lonely and boring in here. Can I go all the way up there as well? Oh, there's a salesman. Oh, no, it's Chubby. See what traveling salesman. I can go all the way up there. Holy shit.
Is known as Jade Seeker.
Holy shit.
One travels far and wide, seeking naught but to witness all of the treasures this world has to offer.
What do you sell you?
Ah, encounters with fine treasures cannot be forced.
I can have a cat. I can have 2 cats. There's more islands as well you can get. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm interested in this part of the game. In fact, I can go up there as well. All the way up there. It doesn't have a bloody thing all the way up there. That's ridiculous. People can visit. Oh yeah. Well, other players can visit. Can I? Or just Hey, if I look at the map. Right now, I can't go up there. Looks like. Okay. Oh, invite. Fair enough. Charles, please ensure that you follow our terms. Any race? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Right, okay, I see. It will explain in time. Fair enough. Right. Animal, landform, building, place. What is this? This is like a little house thing, yeah. I think there will be good. Some changes might already be saved. Would you like to save them? Save changes. There we go. Changes the music. Okay, like that. There's a forge, right? And I got the stuff ready, so I'll obtain these. Thank you very much. I can just forge stuff here. I don't need Wagner anymore. PlayStation finishing, please wait. Let's talk to Tubby again. What's up? Come here so I can give you a little gift. Don't know if I told you, but these adobes are private spaces created by Adepti for themselves. Most Adepti work similar methods to the rest of the world to ensure purity above the spirit. Adepti would create a realm dispatch for this wish to invite to the abode. There you go, that's it. Being able to exit and enter together with you rather than remain for too long periods. This realm dispatch that I've created for you to hold in your hand tightly. What should I do next? You only hold this dispatch and it will draw some of your energy out into it. The pin mentioned I have friends in very many places, such I expect they will be distribute one dispatch each you will be dispatch. All you have to do is tap the palm. Huh, it's almost like marking, isn't it? Huh, well sort of, but why did you have to put it in so weirdly? This from dispatch. Go forth and invite whoever you wish. Seems that this place shall become lively quite soon. Right, okay. Oh, this teapot quests. And it gives me stuff, gives me like trees. Enter mansion. Oh my god. I get a cat! And you should have unlocked fishing too. Yes, there's a fishing thing on here, yeah. There it is, yeah, fishing. That's what I'll do next time probably. Okay, there's an exclamation mark for the quest spear. Ah, there you go. I got some stuff here. Profitable fruit stand. I'll place all this stuff now. We're just gonna enter the mansion right now. Enter the mansion. Have a little roam around here, and then we'll head off. Then we will. But have a little quick look around. Why not? Ah, interesting, interesting. Okay, that's creepy. Empty rooms. There's an upstairs though. Not much of an upstairs, but you know. Right, okay. No? I can place her in here? Aww. Picked the wrong place. I picked the beach. Did you? The beach one looked alright, but I think this one looks the prettiest. Oh, hey, Yanfei.
If it isn't my favorite client. It's been a while. How are things? By the looks of it, nowhere near dire enough for you to be needing my services.
How do you like it here?
Great, very well. I feel right at home, actually.
Well, you can stay here.
Maybe you've forgotten, but this whole subspace creation thing is nothing new to
You
me.
must be able to make your own one of these, right?
Well, it can be a little... It's not my forte, okay? Anyway, I'm all settled in here now. Making my own would just be redundant. You should worry about yourself, not me.
No problem, Yanfei. You can stay here for a bit, even though Platy knows you. I should put Sayu or someone in here. I want to talk to Sayu. Can I, like, get rid of her and put someone else there? Because I want to talk to them. Right, how do I get rid of... That's fine. That should be fine for now. Leave the mansion. I like this one because the floating islands just looks really pretty. Look at that. Wine o'clock. Still set blueprint for setting up wine o'clock, table and chair set. I got trees here. 200. Let's make it look as pretty as possible. Save. Oh, I can place a companion out here as well. Can I? Damn it. Can even Ayla even talk? I can play Sayu and talk to her. Kokomi as well. Damn it. Oh, Sango no Mia. I can't pronounce the words. Leave. There's like a place inside. I got this as well. Profitable fruit stand. Where was that then? Step-by-step blueprint. Right. Ah, learn how to make them. View it in the creation screen. Oh, wow.
I'll remind you again. The law can be both a help and a hindrance.
Where's the creation screen? Trust rank 7, 5, 7, and 9. Oh, okay. All this stuff like inside stuff. I'll go back on the inside. Oh, have a quick look around. I got a table yet. Okay, we'll leave it there for now. How do I get back out now? I have to place the teapot back now, don't I? Okay, I can figure it out. May have to try it a few times before I figure out how to properly do it. You or teleport out. I teleported out. I'm out now. Alright, let's see. Who's online? Courtney's line. Alright, I'm back out now. That's good. And next time we're going to do the fish. In order to get to the fish stuff. And then we're going to go to see Noelle as well. And help out her, because I would like to. I haven't talked to Noelle, I haven't yet. Maybe something I want to do. And then we'll start with Dan's leaf stuff as well. Still got those play stuff here. Okay, but we're gonna read out by there, because that's the end of the stream. That's gonna be. 1 second while I just get raiding out, and we'll end it there. It was good fun, that was, today. Raid. You're going to be busy. I assume I will be busy. There's so much in this game still. There's so much to do. I love it. I can't wait to keep playing the game, because obviously I just love the game. Okay. Raiding out to Courtney, and I should be back on again on Sunday night. Maybe. Yeah. Sunday night. Well, Sunday in the day. And then maybe Monday as well. We'll try that. But yeah. Thanks for sticking around, and I shall see you in the next stream. Goodbye for now.